Hi! Welcome everyone! It is me, Kanna, your local detective, and my older sister, Fuyumi! Yay!
Hello! Hi everyone, it's Fuyumi. Nice to finally meet you guys. And I'm looking forward to answer all the questions from Kamos.
Oh my god, you're so cute! Okay, so everyone, this is kind of a new experience for me as well, because when I talk to Fuyumi, we talk like exclusively in Norwegian, so I haven't talked to her like in English at like basically at all. So we just started like we talked like for 2 seconds before we started, and I was like, oh my god, you have the cute skinny
We
baby.
just realized, did we ever speak English to each other? I don't know.
No.
And she's also commenting on my accent, which makes me feel a bit...
It's so cute! Oh, it's so cute. But I kind of lost my accent over years of streaming, but I don't know. Maybe like you speaking with an accent is going to make me have more of an accent for this video. Like sometimes...
So bad influence, in other words, I guess.
The best of influence.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't speak English for an entire month, maybe. So it has been a while, but I will try my best.
Yeah, but you know English. It's like growing up in Norway. Like they don't translate a lot of stuff here. At least when you start like.
I actually love this that there's no dubbing in the TV. It was always weird going to other countries in Europe and then everything on TV is dubbed.
Yeah.
So I think this plays a big part that Norwegians are good in English.
Yeah, like pretty proficient. Yeah. I feel like most adults that like maybe like never use it, I feel like most people like understand it at least, even if they're like not confident in speaking. Yeah, because you're exposed to it so much, and you see like the Norwegian with the English with the Norwegian subtitles all the time, so you get like an understanding of it.
But I have some friends that are not really comfortable with speaking English and are kind of shy about it, and I guess some Norwegians can be like that.
Yeah. I would say Mama Nagi, actually, she's probably like more shy about speaking English.
You think?
Yeah. Sometimes she will like run translations, but I mean not that often. But if she's like writing anything like in like her work related like stuff and it has to be English, she has in the past been like, "Is this how you write it, Kanna?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I think it's okay."
This actually makes me realize that we don't really speak English to each other, or that I never spoke English to my mom.
Yeah, no, I'm not speaking English to Mama Nagi either. It's like not even for like school practice stuff. I feel like it's been like only Norwegian. Which actually, I'm kind of curious how Mama Nagi speaks English at length, because I don't know if you noticed, but if she speaks like in like even Norwegian in like a work-related setting, she changes how she speaks Norwegian. So I'm like wondering how she speaks English.
Yeah, I think maybe the only thing that comes to mind must have been going on vacation, for example.
Oh, true, but I don't remember how she's.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, we were so young then. I feel like on vacation it was more focused on like, ooh, cool vacation stuff. I just remember going to Sweden for the first time as a kid, and then being terrified that I didn't know English because I thought they spoke English in Sweden. So I was just like, oh my god, I only know how to say I love you. That's not going to help me. Only to then really realize they don't speak English.
I remember going on vacation in Norway and other Norwegian kids from other parts of Norway thinking that I was from Sweden because of my dialect, and I told them I'm Norwegian, but they didn't believe me. So.
Oh my god, the kids! And like we don't even have like a Swedish adjacent dialect at all. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we didn't speak English in Sweden or Denmark.
Yeah, I don't remember speaking English in Denmark, though. When I was on exchange in Denmark for half a year, I just defaulted to English in every store because the Danish people yeah, they did not understand me. I just gave up after a while. Yeah. I've told this story on stream a couple of times, but I was like ordering bread, or like at a bakery, and I was like pointing at a bread and saying in Norwegian like, "Kan jeg være så snill få det brødet?" And the lady at the counter just looked at me like I was absolutely insane. I tried like a couple of different Norwegian dialects before I in English was like, "Can I please have that bread?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, sure." I was like, okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, I think Norwegian and Danish are the most difficult one to understand of the Scandinavian.
Yeah, which is
Swedish is easier.
Yeah, which is crazy because the Danish writing is like almost completely the same except for like a couple of words. So
yeah, so weird.
Yeah, but it's just the Scandinavian language conundrums that, yeah, I don't know. They're just there, very similar but different. But we have a Q&A today. We have a Q&A with questions sent in by Kamagumis. We've been planning to record this for a long time, but it's surprisingly hard to coordinate because I'm busy with all the streaming and then you're busy with other like stuff and things like that. But
work.
Yeah, work. Oh my god. But finally,
now, today, finally we have the time.
Yeah.
Because it's Easter holiday right
Easter
now.
holiday! And it's also a Sunday, so I mean, usually Sundays are pretty chill.
But we have had a vacation for a few days. We have a lot of energy right now.
Yeah. Very true. So, are you ready to start?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm really excited to hear about the questions from Kamagumis.
Yeah. There's a good variety. I've tried to like group them by like categories, to put like similar questions together. We'll see how it goes.
Did you get a lot?
There's like some of them were like the same type of questions, just asked in different ways. So I've kind of like merged them together. We'll see if we answer everything or if we just do like selection, but yeah. Okay, so the first one, let's start with the VTubing related questions. So what was your opinion on me becoming a VTuber compared to like when I started and like now?
What? Can you repeat that?
What was your opinion on me becoming a VTuber when I started, and then also compared to now?
Wow, this is a really big question. It's so big. Wow. First of all, I did not even know about VTubing before Kanna started doing VTubing. I had never heard about it, and when she talked about it, I didn't really understand it. Like, I'm open to new stuff, but I didn't understand like why people do it or really what it was, and I didn't understand like how big it was. I heard about streaming before, and I heard about Twitch, for example. But I never really watched it myself, and I never really understood it. Like, it seemed I didn't understand why people would watch that for hours, for example. It was like a whole new world, but she explained everything, and she had begun like looking into it and what kind of stuff she wanted and how she wanted to do everything, and I was of course supporting her doing a new interest and something that she liked, and even though I didn't really understand it, I tried to watch a bit myself and try to search on YouTube, for example. So I really like got to know more and more about it, like step by step.
Yeah, I will say you have always been super supportive, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. No, of course, and like you have had a lot of different interests over the years, and this with streaming has been like I think the biggest, and VTubing has been like the biggest interest that you have had for like for a long time, and also doing it a lot.
Yeah, this was like a lot. I am not addicted at all.
Yeah, I know.
yeah. Wait. You sound really doubtful there for a second.
So that is like maybe the first part of the question. And then when I started to look into different streamers, I saw that it was kind of like different styles. Many streamers have more like a really sexual profile, for example.
Oh my god, what type of streams have you been watching, Fuyumi?
It was hard to avoid them, okay? I'll just say it like that.
Okay. You've been watching the VTubers, I see.
I'm just talking about the big boobas and stuff, you know.
Okay,
what I mean.
yeah.
So, I remember asking like what kind of streamer you want to be, and obviously it's not a secret anymore that you were doing
independent
your first,
VTubing.
Yeah, and also your first character, and I really like that. And when you started doing that, I was living in the countryside, so I had a lot of free time. Because I was just working in the countryside and hadn't met a lot of people and had a lot of time to watch a stream. So I used to watch streams many times every week, and then I really began to understand why people watch a lot of streams, because it's kind of like different than watching a video, because I used to watch YouTube videos. But it was really fascinating to me how I could watch for like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And you become part of the community chat, and it's just like really interactive, sort of.
Yeah, like chatting with all the camels, and honestly, like personally for myself, like gaming off stream isn't as enjoyable anymore, because it's really fun gaming when you get to like share it with everyone, like during the live streams, and just gaming together, kind of.
Yeah. For example, if I'm going to eat a meal by myself, and then I just look on YouTube to see if you're streaming, and then I can like be a part of it, and it's just really nice, and I understand it a lot more now. And like what do you call it, emotes?
Oh yeah, the emojis. Yeah, emotes.
Yeah, the emojis, and yeah, everything is just really nice. And when you were doing Twitch, it was also a bit of more interactive stuff.
Yeah, Twitch has like the bits and the redeems and thingies.
Gathering of the points and
yeah. No, it's
so
really
and I really enjoyed like the character you did then, and also the character that you do now, and I think it's really like a reflection of your personality, and like something that you made that you should be proud of. And
yeah, it's like
I
think for me, like Kanna is like 1,000% me, like not even like 100% me. It's like 1,000% my personality and who I am.
Yeah, and it's really shines through like who you are and how I know you as a person. It really reflects in the character and how you are when you are streaming and playing, and how you are in interacting with the community. And also I just love the community. It's just so many nice people.
Oh my god, I will say like the final question I was going to ask you, because it was actually asked by a kamagumi, and it was like, the question is like, do you like kamagumis? And it was like a shy emoji after it. I was so cute.
Oh, of course I love kamagumis, and it's just so heartwarming and so nice for me to see like how special the community is and how just nice and wholesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah, oh, that makes me so happy. Yeah, and if like any of you watching has seen it, even though Fuyumi is like way busier now than when I started out like as old Kanna, you still like stop by in the chat sometimes, and it's so sweet.
Yeah, I try to, and also I moved back to the city, so I don't have so much free time anymore. But I try to stop by, and many times I'm just lurking.
Yeah.
And just watching in the background and watching chat sometimes, and
she's observing. You never know when Fuyumi is going to be
you never know
observing
when I'm going to be there.
Yes.
I'm waiting, watching.
Which yeah, I hope you haven't been there the times when I'm like talked about you. Only good things. Good things. Yeah. No, like seriously, only good things. Except for sometimes shenanigans, but don't worry about it. It's good things. It's good thing. It's good thing that Mama Nagi doesn't watch the streams though, because sometimes I talk about her and I feel like she would be like, she doesn't. She forgets where to find the channel half of the time, so that's kind of on her. I feel like. Yeah. And then I guess you kind of answered the next question, like at least partially. Is like, what do you think about VTubing in general? Like, I guess it's like the question is like, do you like it? Or like, any thoughts or opinions about it?
Yeah, it's a really like it opened a whole new world for me, which is something that I think that I would not expect that I would enjoy. But I enjoy it a lot more than I thought, and sometimes when you, what is it called when you end the stream and you transfer everyone to another stream?
The rating, yeah.
The rating, yeah. So sometimes when you were doing rating, I would continue to watch the next VTuber, and also I find some VTubers that I like. So, but of course I have one big favorite, and it's the one I always go back to, which is you.
I love you so much. Oh my god, you're so sweet to me.
It's just something like really soothing with when I'm doing something and I'm just like hearing your voice and talking, and I have a stream on in the background, and maybe the Kamogumis think so too. What do you think, guys?
Oh, I hope so. I hope you're like chilling.
Yeah, for me it's like familiar because it's her voice, and it's like she's talking in the background, and I know that she's there, and
oh my god, you're making me teary-eyed. You're so sweet. Now I kind of wish you were streaming as well, so I could have your voice on in the background, which just kind of go to the next question. Is also like, have you thought about becoming a streamer ever? Which Kamagumi was wondering.
I haven't really thought about it, and I don't really think that I have the free time to do it. It looks like so much fun, really. Also, like, I have been shocked about all the technical side about this.
Oh yeah.
Which is such a big part of it, all the like technical behind the scenes work, which is, it seems so advanced. Like, I'm confident that I could learn it if
you could definitely learn it. You have the tech skills, but it is a lot to learn and yeah.
So that's one thing, and also multitasking.
Oh yeah.
I always felt that I'm good at multitasking, but you are doing the next level multitasking.
Yeah, like, the gaming and the chat reading.
Yeah. It's you're like fighting the worst boss ever in a game, and I played some of the games that you were playing, for example, Elden Ring, and playing some of the same bosses and like being hyper focused, and then you are fighting this boss, which is like horrific, and then you are answering to chat and long sentences from chat, and it's just I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I will say, like, that's like, I think it seems harder than it is, but I also really like multitasking. Like, even when I'm not streaming, I will like multitask and like crochet something while I watch a series, or like play a game while I do video editing or stuff like that. But I think it's like a thing you get used to over time. And like always having chat in the same place help. Like I have my game on one screen, and then on my right screen, like I have the chat in the same place the entire time. I haven't moved it since I started streaming. So I think if I did move chat, it would probably drive me insane for a while before I got used to it. But
so you also have like a really trained neck because you're looking back and forth and back and forth.
No, it might just be my eyes. That'll be my, if I move my neck, you'll see me going like no, I totally get it. Yeah, the tech stuff can be overwhelming, and it is definitely like, I think there's some games genres where I do like hyper focus a little bit more for some boss fights, but when it comes to like, I think like Souls games, like, which is like what Elden Ring goes under, those types of boss fights, I just like read the chat while it happens. But sometimes I also do lock in like completely and not read chat for the duration. It depends a little bit on the game.
Also, I don't know if you were always so good in games or if you just become better because you play a lot now, but when you were doing the first run of Elden Ring, I was also shocked at how fast you did it.
Wait, I think I used like 90 hours over the entire game.
I was watching a lot of that, and I think I think that you progressed really fast. But
yeah. I think Elden Ring is just also huge, but yeah, I think I've always been like decent at games, because I do definitely feel like now, if I go back and play Elden Ring, like, of course I would have already done it, but I think I would go through things way faster just because I've become better at games since I've been gaming so much over the last 3 years.
Also, you always talk a lot about Monster Hunter and playing Monster Hunter in the background, and recently I saw Monster Hunter stream for the first time. Do you know, I always thought that Monster Hunter was like a card game, 2D type of game.
What you did? Oh my god! Oh no! Monster Hunter. Yeah, you've seen what it is now. It's like the actual like 3D monster hunting, big monsters, big combat. Wait, I think I remember when you chatted like in that stream, right? You were in the chat. I think I was doing one of the bigger boss fights. So not all of the hunts are like that hard. That's the one I was probably doing while you dropped in. Some of them are easier. Yeah. But yeah, it's really fun. Oh, though, like, obviously, like, you probably wouldn't stream, but if you were going to be a streamer, what type of game, or like what do you think you would like to do as a streamer?
I think also I would like to play games, because I also like to play. And it would be nice to have more time to do that. I really like the combination where you play games and talk to chat, and you tell some stories about your life, or Kamos are asking questions and you're answering. And
yeah, this is back and forth.
It's like a chill vibe also.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so the gaming, yeah, I totally get that. I think it would be fun watching you game. And then the last of like the streaming type questions, I think, is, would you ever collab with me playing a video game?
I think I could. So I used to participate in the
Fall Guys.
What's it called?
Yeah,
Fall Guys.
yeah.
Oh, I really love to play Fall Guys with you on stream.
Yeah. Actually, you were in the most recent like Fall Guys tournament. So like every time I'm going to do Fall Guys on stream, I'm going to like notify you ahead of time. So if you're free, you can join in. So you might see her. She'll be Fuyune then, like Fuyumi, Fuyune. That's like her Fall Guy characters. You're like usually like you're the golden bean, and you have like the number 1 symbol.
Also sunglasses.
Yeah. Your number 1 older sister, bestest older sister.
Yeah. But you don't do Fall Guys so much anymore.
I'm sorry. maybe I'll try and schedule it during the summer just for you. Yeah. No, it's
You used to do it a lot before.
Yeah, like back in old Kanna days. I think it's also because nowadays, like Fall Guys is fun for community gaming, like gaming with Kamagumis. But nowadays, I also play a lot of other games that are gaming with Kamagumis, like Monster Hunter. Because when I play Monster Hunter, you hunt as like a squad of 4 people. And then you can like open the lobby up with a code, so like Kamagumis can join and like cycle in and out of hunts. And there's also like a couple of other games like that I do that Kamagumis can join, or like fighting games where you can like 1v1.
Yeah, I guess it's nice to do different kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But I want to do Fall Guys more. The only thing I'm sad about with Fall Guys is they've like gradually reduced the lobby size. Like it used to be like 60, and then it went down to 40, and now I think it's 36. Yeah,
that's not so much.
Yeah, it's sad, but
and it would be nice if everybody that wanted to participate could join.
Yeah, it's a tiny bit more limited, but they're also dropping like another game that's fun for collab is like Mario Kart, and then you use Mario Kart to doubling from like 12 to like 24 people. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, but the new Nintendo Switch is a little bit expensive, and the games are a little bit expensive, so well, probably
so you have to have a Nintendo Switch to
Nintendo
join?
Switch 2, yeah, for Mario Kart. For Fall Guys, you can be like whatever, because that one is crossplay and like cross console, but Mario Kart they only release on the Switch. Yeah, but it's probably will be a while until I do Mario Kart 2 for community games, possibly, or because I don't know how many people will have it on release. But we'll see.
I actually have a Nintendo Switch, but only the first one. So
yeah. I don't know. Are you
Then
planning on ordering the second?
Yeah, but not like soon.
Yeah, not right away at release. Yeah. Waiting can be smart. Yeah. Okay. Ready for gaming questions?
Yes.
Okay, so do you have a favorite game or a favorite game series?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I hate those questions. I can never pick one. You can pick like a couple of like games if you want.
Wow, so we played so many games during the years, and we had a PlayStation since we were children.
Yeah.
So it's going to be maybe like the answer of a child.
It's childhood nostalgia.
Yeah. So I think favorite game series must for sure be Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
And I even play those games now, like new ones, but I think the newest one, it was not as good as the old games because they didn't even have a fighting arena.
Yeah, oh my god, I've ranted about the fighting arena on stream.
What a tragedy. So totally a tragedy.
Yeah, like the worst part is they put one into the newest games, but it's not worthy of even being called a fight arena because it was so lackluster.
So we play that game a lot. I really love the God of War games.
Like the old ones or the new ones?
The new ones I love, and also I had the old games many years ago.
Yeah.
But the new games are really, really good.
Yeah, but you play the old ones then, because I actually haven't played them myself.
And when the new games came out, I actually watched like a cutscene from all the old games, and it's a lot. There's a lot of old games, so.
Yeah.
I really love to play GTA. Played a lot.
Wait, Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
Wait, you play Grand Theft Auto extensively? How did I not know this?
It all started with that I was going to Los Angeles when I was younger, many years ago, and I remember that the Grand Theft Auto was based in Los Angeles, so it's Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
And I was so looking forward to going to Los Angeles, and I really wanted to like see what is the vibe. And
oh my god, you're just like, okay, I'm learning about Los Angeles now, Grand Theft Auto stuff.
In the weirdest way possible. But it's really weird, because like even some of the bars and the places, and you can see it in the game. And for example, we went to this bar, Whiskey a Go Go, and it's in the game also. And you can one of the what's it called, like quests, or it's going into the bar.
Ah, okay, I see. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
So, and I love the game, so I played it many times.
Ooh, yeah, I never knew.
Maybe there's coming a new game soon.
Oh yeah, the 6th game has been announced. Yeah, you've probably seen the trailers and stuff. I don't remember when it's dropping, but I think that's Florida? Question mark?
Yeah, I try not to think so much about it, because I become impatient. So.
Oh yeah, impatient. Yes, I guess you're waiting on that game then.
Yeah, I played Elden Ring, but I didn't finish it. So, and I've been watching when you played it after what's it called, the DLC.
Oh yeah, the DLC. Yeah, DLC. Yeah, the DLC is really tough.
Yeah. So I watch a bit of stream after that, and I see that I still have some like upgrade possibilities to become stronger. So maybe I will finish it someday.
Yeah, I will say the base game isn't as tough, but the final boss of the DLC is torture. So I currently have the game on pause while I get over my trauma, and then I'll eventually totally go back and finish the boss. Yeah. Oh my god. Oof. It's really hard.
But you did really good in this game. It is hard.
Yeah, but it's also really fun. Yeah.
Also, I have been playing Pokemon Go for many years, like a really hardcore Pokemon Go player.
Yeah, you're like the most hardcore Pokemon Go player right now.
Yeah. I found, like, by coincidence, a community in my city, and I was starting to play in 2016, and we played like 6 hours, maybe 8 hours every day. I was a student at the time.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of free time, and we were playing. And then I think I played for maybe 4 years or more. And then I kind of lost interest in it and didn't play for a few years. But then I moved into an apartment that is on top of a gym, Pokemon gym. Yeah.
So now that's your gym.
Yeah, I was like, it's a tragedy to live on top of a gym and not play. And this is not the reason why I moved here. I moved here, and then I opened the game and discovered, okay, I'm on a gym.
Yeah, it wasn't like you were like looking at places and being like, where are the Pokemon gym houses?
I think maybe I would do that today.
Oh, wait, really? Just like choose your living place based on, have you really gotten attached to that gym, Jen?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. Okay. You know, that's
fair. then I started to play it again, and it's a really big community in my city. Actually, there are several hundred active players.
Ooh, nice.
And yeah, we do something every week. Yesterday, I was doing how to say it in English? Gigantamax. Snorlax raid.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's pretty similar as to the Norwegian thing.
Yeah. But we all had a big scare because Pokemon Go has been bought up by Scopely.
Oh.
Yeah, which is like a really, what they say is a company that has a lot of like pay to play, wait so and so long time, watch this commercial. So people become afraid that they will ruin the game. And because of this, I bought a Nintendo Switch and started to play Pokemon Scarlet.
Oh, nice. Are you having a good time? Wait. What is your favorite Pokemon on your team currently?
Oh, I think it's my starter Pokemon. I chose the fire. The Sukuku.
Yeah, Fukuko is Skeledirge.
But also I did my old strategy that I always do from the old games. I catch a Magikarp.
That's cute.
And I just have him on my team because before on the old games he had to be in the battle to get experience. So I would put him first and he couldn't do any damage, and then I would switch to my other Pokemon and
before the EXP share.
All until he became a Gyarados. But now it's just enough to have the Pokemon on the team and they get experience anyway. So there's been some changes that make the game a bit more fun to play, I think.
Yeah, a little bit more accessible for, I feel like, all playstyles. Because I think you can turn the... I don't remember if you can in the recent games, but usually you're able to turn the EXP share off if you want it off. It's just like on by default.
Oh.
So
I didn't know that.
I feel like it's an option, or at least it's been an option in the past, but I don't remember.
Probably, and it should be if you don't want to share the experience, if you want to level one Pokemon really fast.
Yeah, it does make it very easy to level up your team though, compared to the old games.
And also we should say that we have been playing Pokemon Go since we were children.
Pokemon Go. Pokemon. Pokemon. Yeah. We started out. We got Pokemon at the same time. I think like you got the purple Game Boy Color, like the feature one. I got the yellow, and you had Pokemon Blue, right? And I had Pokemon Yellow. Yeah, so we've been playing it like since those days, and then usually like getting like one game from each gen each.
I think that we were lucky having games growing up and Game Boy Color and also PlayStation.
Yeah. We had the PlayStation as the home console and then like the Nintendo as the handheld. Which I think was very fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This you kind of like actually touched on like childhood gaming. You're like talking about things that segues into the next questions. I don't know if you are slightly psychic or if I just like grouped the questions together really well. I don't know. I will give us both credit. Yeah. So the next question is, are there any PvP games that tested your bond with me growing up? Like Mario Party or like Pokemon or stuff like that.
I think we did Street Fighter.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we did Street Fighter. I think it was Tekken. Yeah.
Maybe I was doing Street Fighter with my friend.
Yeah.
We should say we were fighting a lot growing up.
Oh yeah, but I don't think we fought like in games. Like when I read this question, I was like, I don't think we ever like got like hostile over games. But we're like decently close in age. But like sometimes when you grow up decently close in age, you tend to like fight and disagree with each other, or like someone like it's often like I think me wanting to like tag along when you were doing stuff, and I'm like the annoying younger sister. I feel like we have a much better relationship now that we're like grown-ups than we did as kids.
Yeah, our mother, she always used to say, because we are the oldest and we were just the two of us for many years, and she always used to say, you only have one sister and treat your sister nicely and be friends. And
yeah. That was a reason that was reiterated several times.
But as we became older, we become so much closer, and we have a lot of contact, I think.
Yeah, like you're honestly like the family member that I'm the closest to, like this period.
Yeah, so and maybe it's natural for siblings to fight sometimes.
I think so. I think like when you're in that like you know, elementary school age, junior high school age.
But I can't remember us fighting over games.
No, I don't think we ever fought over games. I think it's like because we had PlayStation for the console and Pokemon for the handheld. Like if you're Pokemon like battling or trading with each other, it's like not like a game that makes you like easily hostile. Like, I don't think. And the like the co-op / games we had on the PlayStation was like SingStar. I just thought it's not really so like a reason to fight in SingStar.
So we were just like cooperating. So I remember one traumatic gaming experience from our childhood. We were on vacation. I had brought my Game Boy Color, and I had the Pokemon Blue. And I had this save, which I have been working on for many months, I think maybe years. It was so many hours playing on this save. And then our smallest sister, she wanted to start a new save, and when I was sleeping or something, she made a new save, and she just saved all over it, so everything disappeared.
Younger sister. Oh my god. The trauma. At least I thought when you were starting this, I was like, did I do something that I forgot that I did in our childhood? So I'm glad it wasn't me, at least. But I did have my own Pokemon, so...
I think it was clever that they gave us our own Game Boy Color, because then it's not much to fight about because you have your own. Yeah.
I think I remember like what we did like was a little bit possessive about, though, is because you remember the Ratchet and Clank games, right? When we got the PlayStation, we got the Ratchet and Clank 1, right? The run for the PlayStation 2. And then we made the brilliant decision of when we got the second and the third game, because the first 3 games for the PlayStation are like game number 1, 2, 3, like in a trilogy. So we could like co-own the first one, and then you got the second and I got the third, and we were possessive over those 2 games.
I actually almost forgot about this, but now that you say it, I remember.
I remember it probably more vividly because I've talked about Ratchet and Clank like quite a bit on stream, because I get asked about like childhood games sometimes. And those are like one of my favorite childhood games, like the Ratchet and Clank ones. But I think it was like you played the second game first, and then I played the third game first, and like we didn't allow each other to play the second and the third game until like we both finished each of it, and then so I played like the first and then the third and then the second, I think.
I think we were a bit obsessive as children, and also I remember that we had, for example, if you had just what's it called, like the stuff that you slide down the hill on the snow.
Oh yeah, like those like not snowboards, but like not skis either. God, the fun things.
The snowmobile for children.
Snowmobile. Oh yeah, little like the ones with like the steering wheel that you can steer. Yeah, those ones. Yeah. I don't remember what they're called in English, but someone in the comments will.
We even had one of each of that. So maybe that
Yeah.
was sort of like a solution
Mm,
from our
mm.
mother to get one for each, so there
Yeah.
would not be unnecessary fighting.
Yeah, I feel for a lot of stuff, like we did get like one thing each, which probably was smart because we're like decently close in age. And then we have like our younger sister who's quite a bit older. No, not older, younger. God.
Younger.
Yeah, our younger sister who's like a decently bit younger than us. So for like a lot of her childhood, like when we got something, it was like we were the only one that was like old enough to get like whatever toy it was at the time, and we get like one copy each.
But I remember we thought about what we could fight about, because I remember I was jealous about the color of your snowmobile. So
Yeah, it's definitely not. Wait, actually, let me search what it is, because it's not snowmobile. Let me see. I think like in Norwegian it's like Rattkjelke, right?
Yeah.
So toboggan. I don't know if it's toboggan. That's like that's what it's giving me. Toboggan. It's like one of those like kids' toys for like sliding down snowy hills. Maybe it's toboggan, but it's
You need it in Norway.
Yeah. Lots of hills, lots of fun things to do outside and snow. And we spent a significant amount of time outside as children. Like I am not that outdoorsy now, but you're still kind of like outdoorsy.
Yeah, I like to go to the mountain and hiking
and skiing and
just go for a walk. And also I have a dog, so I have to go out.
Yeah, that's why I got cats. I was like, cats don't have to go out. If one of my cats refuses to go out, it like even on a leash.
But I feel like it was like that when we grew up in Norway. It's what parents were always like, go outside and play.
Yeah. And to be fair, like when we grew up, like it wasn't like nowadays where you have a smartphone or like a tablet for like the kids and stuff like that. We did get like I think cell phones, but those were like the little like button cell phones that like maybe had Snake on them. So like our entertainment was like a lot of it was like just playing outside.
And also going to friends and just ringing the doorbell and
yeah, like
you want to come outside.
Yeah, like without like calling ahead of time, just like going over. Yeah, which this feels like crazy to think about now, but those were the days. We are actually getting into like the childhood questions, which we kind of already talked about, but I have one more gaming question before we... Actually, two more gaming questions. So what gaming platform do you prefer nowadays? Which I think for you is like kind of still the PlayStation and the Switch, right?
So, actually, this is going to be a bit embarrassing, but let's start with the one that I like, because I used to play a lot on computer actually, and one of my favorite games were the Fable games. I remember.
Oh yeah.
I played the Fable a lot. I think it was the first game on computer. I remember playing other games too, but I can't remember right now what kind of games.
I feel like you played Fatal Frame, and I watched you and I got traumatized.
And also I played a lot of Sims, of course, but so I really like the computer and how it works. And then we always had PlayStation, so I like PlayStation. And of course the old Game Boys and stuff. But then I didn't have any Nintendo products until the Switch came, and I actually got. Do you remember? I got your Switch.
Yeah. So what we did is like I got the Nintendo Switch when it originally dropped. And then later they released the Animal Crossing Switch that I wanted to get instead because they had a little bit of better storage space. I like the colors and stuff like that. So I got that one, and then I offered my PlayStation to Fuyumi for like cheap. And she got that. Yeah.
Got it for free actually.
Wait, you did get it for free. That's right.
Yes, and I was so happy. I was like, I'm going to play. I bought games, and this is only a few years ago, and this is when I realized that I was getting old, because I have always been good with technology and stuff. But when I got the Nintendo Switch, I couldn't like figure it out. It was so counterintuitive for me because I use computer, I use PlayStation, and when I was using the Nintendo Switch, I just became so angry. I became so angry, and I usually not an angry person. So I was just like, I cannot figure this stuff out. And I think also a problem was that at the same time I had gone from an iPhone, which I used iPhone for many years, and I also switched to Android. So I did Nintendo and Android at the same time, and I was so angry because it was so difficult.
Yeah. Wait, do you still have an Android now? I thought you still were using iPhones.
I had Android for 4 or 5 years, and I was really happy with it when I could finally figure it out.
Yeah.
But now I'm back to iPhone again, and it's more because when you have the cloud, they hold on to your pictures, so you always have your stuff. But I really enjoyed like the battery time and also camera quality of the Android. But anyway, it ended up with that I actually sold the Nintendo Switch and gave Kanna the money for it because
you got it
I just and I couldn't really figure it out, and it made me feel like an angry old person.
Yeah, we're not old. We are young still.
Yeah. But it reminded me of my high school teacher, she were at the end of her 20s, and she couldn't figure out like the overhead in the classroom. She couldn't figure out the PowerPoint presentation. She always needed help, and she said that she didn't used to be like that. It happened when she got older, and I was like, oh my god, it's happening. I'm becoming like in the end of my 20s, start of my 30s, and now I'm becoming this person that suddenly doesn't understand technology and but so when I decided to buy the Nintendo Switch again, I was like really I had really decided that I'm going to figure it out now. I'm going to make this work. I'm just going to have to be patient, and now it has been no problem at all. So maybe it was the combo with switching phones and
probably
Nintendo at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, and I will say, like, getting used to like a new phone interface is like a huge pain. So I would think the phone like massively exacerbated it and made it worse.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then the final gaming question is, are you as weak to jump scares as I am?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god.
Do you remember? I don't even remember how we got this game, but we got the game like Camera Obscura game.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like Fatal Frame. Like you played Fatal Frame, and I got because that's Camera Obscura is Fatal Frame. Yeah. So you played it. I don't even think I played it, but you played it, and I watched, and I got traumatized by that.
I think I had nightmares for weeks and weeks, and also like watching scary movies and stuff like that. I never. I can do it, but I become really scared, and then I get nightmares.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we have that in common. Though, funnily enough, I am playing like Fatal Frame now. Like I have an ongoing Fatal Frame playthrough.
I actually saw that. I was watching stream, but I always gravitated towards scary games, but I cannot play them myself because I become so scared. So, for example, the Silent Hill games.
Yeah. I was so surprised that you because we talked after I started playing it, and she was like, "Oh, I love the Silent Hill series," and I was like, "What do you mean? Have you played that?"
So I watched when I don't dare to play a game, but I want to play it. I watch walkthroughs on YouTube, and I did this for many years. I watched a walkthrough of all the Silent Hill games. I watched the walkthroughs of The Last of Us with PewDiePie. And if there is some kind of game like I would like to play, but I know it's too scary, then I watch the walkthrough.
Yeah, nice. Have you seen the trailer of the newest Silent Hill that they're releasing?
No.
Oh, you should watch it. They're putting it in Japan now. Actually, they're changing the setting. It's pretty freaky. I'm not going to lie.
But I'm really shocked that you are playing these games. You become tougher, I think.
Yeah, it's only with Kamagumis. I still did not touch these off stream. It's only on stream, like exclusively on stream. I've had like nightmares of some of the horror games that I played, but usually it's been like one day only. And some are scarier than others. I think the ones that freak me out the most are the ones that have like a really scary atmosphere. Like when you play it, like you know, like the entire like lighting and the sound design and just like enemies, like everything is like just a very scary atmosphere that freaks me out. Or I think especially the Dead Space remake, the Silent Hill 2 remake. Let's see, other games. The Alan Wake 2, I will say, also is up there for a lot of it. Like there's a lot of like games like that. It's really, really scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll continue playing more horror games, and it would be fine. It would be fun. Like probably, I'll probably play Silent Hill
At
F
least
when
it
it
would be
releases.
fun for Kamagumis.
Yeah. I will say actually, the horror game that I've been playing like recently, it's not like a horror. It's Prey. It's like a space, kind of like horror adjacent game. It kind of has a lot of the whimsicality that the Ratchet and Clank games has, like with weapons, with the way the weapon wheel functions. So actually, I think I recommend that to you, as like a fun, like more like it has the whimsicality of Ratchet and Clank, but it has an intriguing like story that like appeals to you as an adult. Yeah. Though it has the insane amount of jump scares. It's not like scary in the way of atmospheres, but it has like tiny mimic enemies that can become like items. So you'll just be walking into a room, suddenly a chair will like morph into like a little like black like goo creature. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried also to play Last of Us game. I think I played the first one, and it went okay, but I had already seen it in walkthrough, so
you were prepared.
I know what to expect.
Yeah. No, that's you're more mentally prepared then. That's better. Yeah. Okay. Away from gaming though, over to like, I guess like childhood and like us questions. Fondest childhood memory with me, if you have one.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I've not given Fuyumi any of these questions ahead of time.
I really think it must be like it's not one memory in particular, but just growing up and doing stuff together and playing and being outside and playing with friends. We had some common friends because actually some of our friends were the bigger sister were my exact age, and the smaller sister were Kanna's exact age.
Yeah, we had friends that were siblings.
Yeah, so we had kind of like some groups, and also going on vacation when we were children, I really loved because we used to go to what's it called, like
we went to Cyprus and Egypt when we were like pretty young.
Yeah, and also Denmark and Germany. But we went to like theme parks.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. And I always love those kind of memories and doing stuff like that together.
Yeah, I think for me as well, like gaming together is like some of my fondest childhood memories with you. And then also like the next question is like, did you get along as siblings when young? Which like oftentimes, as you said, we like were fighting.
Yeah, we were fighting a lot, but we were gaming and also reading books together and also like doing activities, but we were fighting a lot.
Yeah, I think it's like those type of like sibling fights where it's not like you intensely hate each other, but you just don't necessarily get along all the time and you have a lot of disagreements.
Yeah, we had a lot of disagreements and they came really fast. Like our mother used to say that we could fight an entire day. So
yeah. And we're both, I think we can both be pretty stubborn. Which isn't really a problem now that we're adults, but like when you're kids and you're stubborn and you're disagreeing about something, then it's easier to get into arguments.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think maybe it was good that our smaller sister came, because then we have sort of like this common project, which is to take care of her.
Yeah. True. A common thing to focus on that isn't each other.
Yeah. Because I think actually we did fight less after she came.
Yeah, I think so. It's like also like sometimes like babysitting and things like that, which take more focus.
Yeah, we used to help with stuff around the house, like help with dinner, help take care of our sister, and I think it's good to have a common project.
Yeah, for sure. And then we have any embarrassing Kanna stories. You can skip answering this one if you want to. I'm completely fine with it. Oh my god. I have to ask this because this was several Kamogurumi submitted this question in different ways.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, you don't remember. Good. Good. Let's go. I'm all for this.
We were like so different growing up, because when we were growing up, you were sort of like the outgoing, like always running into social situation, making friends, and like being really secure in yourself. And I was more like the shy one, didn't dare to talk to people.
Oh my god.
Kind of like holding back.
I do feel like we flipped though, like in like high school, junior high school, and we kind of like flipped, and you were like the outgoing, like one, and I like became like the more like indoorsy, like introverted one.
Yeah, we really have, and it has become like that. But when we were children, I think, I was just really shy, and you could go to a playground and just meet a lot of new people, and
I have no memory of this.
To them and talk to them.
I have suppressed memories of outgoing childhood Kanna.
And also, you are a few years younger than me, but you've always been like a bit stronger than me.
Oh yeah.
And, so this is maybe like embarrassing memory, but you've always been like, if we were fighting, you would always win.
I remember like beating a lot of your friends, like not necessarily you, but I remember like you would have friends over and like I would challenge them to arm wrestling. I don't know if they let me win or if I genuinely won, but I feel like I remember winning arm wrestling a lot.
Yeah, because I was like a really small and really like tiny child, and it was not like you were like a big
gorilla Kanna. No, I was just like
not.
I was just like
I think
outdoorsy strong. I did a lot of physical activities as a kid, and I also climbed a lot of trees.
And I was sort of like the really careful, not trying to trip over, shy, more kind of a bit more weak. So she would always be like the strongest and always would win the fight.
I do remember vividly being afraid of you when it comes to tickling though, because I'm extremely ticklish. And I think you would win those altercations.
My one weapon.
Yeah. I feel like you're ticklers as well, but I think you would often get the upper hand in like any tickle fight.
Yeah. Do you know that me and my friend, we used to practice tickling each other to become less ticklish?
Wait, you did? Oh my god, the secret tactics! Oh my god, this is why you kept on winning all the time. Oh my god, mind blown. I see. I see.
But Kanna were a normal child. She was not like some bodybuilder.
No. I was gorilla Kanna. I literally I actually was like kind of like monkey when I was younger because I remember climbing a lot of trees. And also liking like the stuff of like climbing walls type of thingies. Like indoor climbing. And then we were in like quite a bit of like different sports. Like I did ballet dancing for a while. You did we both started taekwondo, but I quit after a while and you kept on going.
Yeah, I was doing it until you had to start to fight with people, and then I just find it to be too intimidating, so I quit.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. I was the same with me in swimming. I did swimming until we had to start like the racing. When it became like competitive, and then I was like, yeah, no.
I also did volleyball, and the reason why I liked it was because you don't have to be in contact with the team that you are playing against. So I think I did those type of sports because
no physical confrontations, which can be kind of intimidating. No, I get that.
It must have been all those childhood experiences.
Fighting each other. Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we even though we had a lot of like fights and arguments as kids, I think we had like a pretty decent relationship like growing up. Like we had like so good experiences. Yeah, and now we're pretty close. Like even though like sometimes since we're so busy, like it go like a couple of weeks between like us talking to each other. I still think like we're good at like keeping in contact and catching up. Like
and that's just life. Like being busy. And...
And like younger Yanagi sister, who I've talked about this on stream, I'm still waiting for her to call me. If you're watching this video, younger Yanagi sister, and you're wondering why I haven't called you for months, this is my continuing experiment to see if you will actually pick up the phone and call me, okay?
Oh my god.
She's so bad at it. She's so bad at it.
You know, one time she called me and I was like, I was at work and I was like, I'm sorry, I have to take this because I think somebody might have died, so...
Oh my god, because she actually called! Yeah, she's a little bit younger than us, and I feel like she's like... It feels like a different generation, right? I was talking about this on stream recently, and it was like, one of my biggest, like, I'm getting old moments was like, I think I had during a phone call with younger Yanaga's sister, and she was like, using a lot of like terms and like stuff and like talking about things that I was like, this feels strange. I don't think we're the same generation. It's like I'm not one of the young ones anymore.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah. It's just growing older. We're back from tiny break. Let's go.
Yes,
tiny break. Yeah, taking a couple of tiny breaks throughout the recording because we're answering a lot of questions, and you're not used to like the constant talking and recording like I am. So yeah. Okay. I think we can skip to like the next category of questions, which is like the main one, and it's more like the general section, like the non-VTubing, non-gaming section, which is, I did say that language learning would come up, and so this is question: how many languages do you know?
So I know Norwegian and English. We start to learn English really early in school. I think it's like 2nd grade or something. And also we are exposed to it, as we said, on TV and through gaming.
Yeah.
But I did take 6 years of German in high school. I could choose between French, Spanish,
and German. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But I think it was really difficult when you're not exposed to it in the same way as English, because I only had German in German class.
Yeah, then you never used it otherwise. Like, actually, how much do you remember? Because I remember almost nothing of Spanish.
I remember something. So when I hear German people speak, I can recognize like what kind of team they are speaking about usually, and a lot of words, but I couldn't speak back to them.
Yeah. Okay, so you kept some of the German understanding, but not necessarily like the speaking abilities. I would say that's decent. That's like better than my Spanish, to be honest.
Because you took Spanish.
Oh yeah, I took Spanish. So like when I was choosing, like when my grade was choosing, I took Spanish. I think the majority of us took Spanish. Those one girl that took French, I think everyone in the class thought she was crazy, and she did end up failing because the French did not have. I don't know. It was something with the French teachers at the school, or French is just really hard. But yeah. That did not go well, and I think we had a couple that took German, but Spanish was the most popular. And I will say our Spanish teacher was really nice because she was from Chile, so she was a native Spanish speaker, which was nice.
Didn't you have the opportunity to take Japanese or Chinese?
No, I didn't. I was so salty. And then I figured out that my third year of high school, that there like some students were allowed to take Japanese, like as like a self-study, and I was so salty. Oh my god, it was.
Because I remember there were something special about your school and languages.
Yeah, they were allowed.
Weren't there?
After the fact, after I started, I had to choose languages. That's when some students were allowed, and it's
that's sad.
God. Yeah, that's really sad.
I really regret not doing Spanish or French because now I know people that speak Spanish and also French, so I think maybe I would have more use of it.
Yeah, and it's like I think the reason I took Spanish is because there's such a large Spanish-speaking population in the world. Like, they have the entirety of like Latin America, except for the countries that speak Portuguese. And then you have Spain, which is like I feel like a pretty like popular like holiday destination for Norwegian people for some reason. So I think if I didn't take Spanish, I probably would have taken German, because German is in pretty close proximity to Norway, and a lot of Norwegian words are adapted from German. And then French is just really, really hard. I'm sorry, French kamogumis, you know, I've talked about this in the past. It's real hard.
When German became really difficult for me was the building of the sentences, because when you're speaking, I think in past term, they build a sentence in the opposite direction of Norwegian and English. So for example, instead of I went to the store, it's like I to the store went.
Yeah.
And it was really difficult to wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
Because it felt like speaking backwards.
Yeah, Japanese also will switch around like the subject, object, and verb and stuff. I don't remember which direction, but my Japanese grammar definitely needs refreshment if I want to learn it properly. But I know Spanish, like, other than English and Norwegian, and obviously, you can kind of like bake in like Swedish and Danish for us to a certain degree, just because the languages are so similar, and there's like Swedish children's shows that you watch growing up and things like that. But I think Japanese is like my third best language by far. Yeah, but yeah, language learning is fun, and then also they give you too much language learning in Norwegian schools.
Yeah, I feel like it's sad that I had German for 6 years and I cannot even speak it.
Yeah, I feel the same with Spanish. It feels like such a waste, and it's like languages are a valuable thing to learn, but I feel like you have to learn them when you're either going to use it, or as you say, like you know someone that speaks it that you can speak it with, and stuff like that. If not,
become more exposed to it.
Yeah.
It would definitely be nice to have a third language.
Yeah, third language. Yeah, because English is our second language.
It's almost like we don't even think about English as our second language because it's just such. It's just.
It's very integrated in Norway. It's like it's just expected basically that you know English to a certain degree. Because we're so surrounded with it in media. Like they don't translate TV shows, they don't translate movies, except if it's for children. They don't translate games. I feel like it's more common nowadays to see maybe some Norwegian translations for like newer games, but I feel like it was way more common back in the day. Like when we played Pokemon on the Game Boy Color, that was English. Like that was learning English.
We just had to learn it, we have to understand it. And also I think it's also because of the population in Norway, because the population is so small. When I was going to university, they're not translating the English school books in university. Because when there are coming a new book every 2 to 3 years, they cannot use resources to translate a book that 200 people are going to read every 3 years.
Yeah. Like usually, like unless there's a book on like your curriculum that's written by Norwegians, like so the native language of the book is Norwegian. Unless that's the case, then everything is just English or native language. Honestly, I prefer English though. I don't know if you ever got this, but in university, I've had like curriculum books that was Swedish, which was really like Swedish.
Oh, wow, no.
Yeah.
I never had that.
Yeah, I had a Danish book as well, which wasn't that bad because written Danish is super similar to Norwegian. But written Swedish can be really hard, especially when it's on like a university like subject matter level.
Oh, that must be hard. I could do Danish, but not Swedish.
Yeah, I felt like I was killing my brain, which eventually I found out that book was also available in English. So I got it in English, and I was like, oh God, this is so.
Why would they choose Swedish over English?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They were like, okay, it's Scandinavian, so I guess all the students can read Swedish. But no, it's real hard when it's like a very specific subject matter. But yeah.
Even if I'm going to read a book and it's translated to Norwegian, if the book was originally written in English, I would choose the English book because that's the way it was written. It was the way it was intended. So
and I feel
I would read it in English.
Yeah, and I feel like honestly, sometimes if it's like, let's say you're reading like a fictional book, sometimes it sounds corny reading it in Norwegian.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Translate the words.
Yeah, it's like a little bit cringy somehow. So I'm happy that they don't translate too much. Okay, other question though. What are your hobbies? You don't have to mention everything if you don't want to, but if you have like one hobby you want to talk about.
I can mention my hobbies. So for example, I'm really big into music. I listen to many different kind of music, but the music I listen to the most is like a rock metal music,
which obviously is like your fashion that comic movies can see.
So I go to concerts, festivals, and have friends that enjoy music too. But I also listen to different type of music. For example, country music, which is really unexpected.
It's very different from metal.
Yeah, this is because I started doing dancing, like swing dancing. Our mother, she was actually a dancing instructor for many years. Swing dancing instructor, so I started doing that. And then it's nice to listen to country music because it fits the dancing. But I listen to the good country music, not like a corny dancing band.
What is the good country music for you, B?
My favorite band is like a Turnpike Troubadours. They're so good. Yeah.
Oh wait, do you have a favorite metal bands then? Probably someone wondering.
Yeah. And about more country, like I also listen a lot to First Aid Kit, but they're not country music, but it's
Oh,
more
okay.
like another like folk
Yeah,
music.
folk music. Yeah, it's just called folk music.
Yeah, I have listened to many different bands like rock metal music, but right now my favorite band is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which is a Norwegian like punk rock music. I think maybe it might be really hard for people that are not listen to rock and metal music because it's like really hard hitting, like a bit aggressive music. So,
you have any other metal recommendations? Because I cannot recommend metal music. I don't listen to it enough.
Yeah, I have a lot. Like where to begin, even.
If you want to recommend, like, let's say two bands.
Wow, only 2.
Oh my god, yeah.
I actually saw Tool live in concert this summer. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. I listened to them for many years and I wanted to see them in concert for such a long time, but they don't play a lot, or they didn't used to. But this live show, it was so good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. A second.
Yeah. So I just forgot about the question. It was about hobbies, but
yeah.
Music, going to concert, going to bars, and having a beer with my friends, and going to festivals, and also in Norway, it's really nice to be outdoors, and in the city where I live, we have a lot of mountains, and
I think there's a lot of mountains like everywhere in Norway, really.
I think not somewhere in the south. Like my friend, she lives in the south, a few hours outside of Oslo, and they just have a tiny hill. They don't have a mountain, but in the north and in the
west as well. Yeah, very, very popular. And some places in the middle of Norway as well. Like there's a lot of places that has like mountainy places.
And I just feel to be so lucky to live in Norway and being able to go outside and be in the mountain and be in nature and do hikes and be outside with my dog. I really love this about Norway.
Yeah. You're really like you're really outdoorsy compared to me. Like super outdoorsy.
And it wasn't like that when we grew up.
No,
we didn't. Yeah, we didn't used to be so much outside. I think.
I think this is like where it's like kind of funny where we flip, because I used to be outside an insane amount when I was in elementary school.
But we didn't used to like go hiking or go skiing.
No, not
so
really
much.
outside of school. Though my class had a lot of school trips, like bi-weekly, I think, like to like.
But I didn't like school trips because it was so forced.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like totally another feeling when you choose yourself to go out.
Yeah.
And also I do a lot of cross-country skiing, which I love.
Yeah. Outdoorsy for you, me.
Yeah.
Follow-up hobby question though. Do you collect anything for a hobby? Like, do you have like a collection hobby?
Oh. Actually, right now I'm collecting beers.
Wait, you're collecting beers?
Beers, because I'm big on like microbrewery beer. And I'm collecting beer from one brand and different types of bottles.
Oh, do you like collect unopened ones or like just the finished like bottles?
Oh, this is a difficult one because I'm collecting, they are unopened, but they're not going to be good after some years. And the guy that I bought it from, he even said that if you don't open it, it might, like the box might start to expand over time.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
But it also seems so weird to collect an empty bottle.
I think it depends. Honestly, like a lot of bottles can be really pretty.
So I'm contemplating if I should drink them or not. But right now, They are full.
All unopened. Actually didn't know you were collecting berries. So I'm learning things about you today. I like it. This is like the type of thing we don't talk about when we...
Yeah, it doesn't come up. When I was growing up, I think I was collecting rocks.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
But not any rocks. I was collecting the rock you use to make a fire.
Oh, the like flintstones. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we don't have it in Norway, in the city where we grew up. So I was really fascinated by them.
Yeah.
And also our mother, she had eraser collection.
Oh yeah, she had that. Yeah, like like a big. Actually, wait. This is kind of funny. But you know what? She recently like moved out of the country to unspecified other country. And I was helping her pack up, and we like her eraser collection was among the stuff, but that actually got thrown away. But that was like about yeah. It was one of the things that got thrown away because she had to prioritize stuff.
Maybe it was time, but she had this collection since she were a child, and when she gave it to me, and I continued the collection. Yeah. And also I had a sticker collection.
Oh yeah, I also had a sticker book. I think we both had sticker books. Yeah. Just like plain like white like just plain like sticker pages that you could like put stickers on and stuff. I remember those. Those are a lot of fun. And I don't remember if you also had it, but it was like what do you call those like tiny like little like plastic figures that got like popular in school that like you would trade with kids and things like that. They had like a name, but
Draco heads.
Yeah, like things like that. Yeah. I remember like having
I still have them actually. I couldn't throw them away.
Oh, that's so cute. I don't think I have mine anymore.
I think we are a bit of hoarders. Like
yeah, this is like collecting stuff. Yeah, but then we have all my cabinets with new stuff in the side here. You've seen me open some stuff on stream, maybe.
Yeah, we are collecting stuff.
Yeah, then Mama Nagi collects like the Moomin stuff, which she's done since we were young. Yeah. Okay, other...
Such a big collection.
Oh yeah, it's huge. That one is scary. I was storing her cups, but when she was coming to empty her storage unit like this weekend, she finally came and took them, which I'm happy about.
I never really thought about this, but we are actually kind of like collecting stuff. I also collect, it's an old brand of glasses. And I also collect beer glasses.
Oh, like beer glasses and beer bottles. I see. I mean, that's like a collection that goes hand in hand.
Yeah, I was in a bar in Scotland and they had the most beautiful beer glass, and the bartender actually let me have one to bring home. And then the bar closed down 1 year after or something, and I was so happy that I managed to get that beer glass because it's so special. Oh,
that's super cool, actually. You gotta take a picture and send me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next series of questions is like a lot of like favorites and stuff. So first, do you have a movie or show that you really like? Or also what are you currently watching, if you're currently watching something?
Oh, wow. Like when I was growing up, I think I had like favorite shows and favorite TV series, but now everything has become so fast paced and there is so much.
Yeah, Netflix, the streaming services.
Yeah, I would say my absolute favorite is fantasy and science fiction, and it has always been like fantasy, science fiction books and reading, but now it's movies and series. So I watch almost every one of the science fiction movies and series that are on a bit of a budget.
Yeah. And the ones that are available on like the streaming services.
Yeah.
Do you have anything like you're currently watching?
Currently, let me think.
Or that you like just finished, if you're not actively watching anything right now?
Yeah, I was actually watching Common Side Effect show.
Ooh, I don't think I know what it
A
is.
series. It's like what's it called? Animated series.
Ah, I see.
I just randomly found it on streaming service, and it was I really got sucked into it and just watched the entire thing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's good. It's good when you find a show that you like, and that's when it's good that there's a lot of seasons. Yeah.
I also watched Rick and Morty when we were talking about animated series.
Oh yeah. I used to watch it before, and then I kind of stopped, and now I think it's like 3 or 4 or 5 seasons that I haven't watched.
Yeah, they made a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. And then, favorite color, which you might get based on your clothes.
So favorite color, I think, is black and red.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. You have a huge amount of black clothes, and when you're getting your outfit made, you were like all black.
Yeah, it's easy when all your clothes are black, because then it's so easy to do laundry.
Oh yeah, just everything in one go. Yeah, I definitely have to like sort more, and it's kind of annoying. And then, since you do actually play the Pokemon series, do you have a favorite Pokemon? Or like, you can say more than one if you have more than one favorite.
I think when I was playing the games, it was definitely Gyarados. And the starter Pokemons I really like.
Yeah. Do you have any like preference for like starter Pokemon type? Like, do you tend to go for like the fire, or like the water, or the grass starter?
Yeah, I tend to go for fire.
Fire starter, yeah.
Fire and water, but almost never grass.
Oh yeah, we're kind of the opposite that way. So I love them, because I go for grass, and then I feel like fire or water depending on some of my favorites. But I most often go grass starters. Yeah. And then favorite anime, if you have one.
Well, favorite anime. I did used to watch a lot of anime before, and I remember really liking the Elfenlied anime.
Oh yeah, that one's really like.
But it's like really dark and maybe depressing and sad.
Yeah.
And I also wanted it to continue, but so many animes are just not continued, especially in those days.
Yeah, it's even worse now. It's even worse. Like animes like back in the day often had like 24 plus episodes. Nowadays they often only get 12. And unless they're really popular,
I think Elfenlied is 12.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, that's more unusual though for back in the day.
I remember liking Ergo Proxy anime.
Oh yeah, I love that one as well. That one is 24 episodes, I think, or plus.
And also I watched Inuyasha and Ranma.
Yeah, the classics.
Yeah, now because I have also been playing D&D, and I watched the Delicious in Dungeon anime, which I really loved. I loved it so much.
Yeah, that one is really, really good. Like one of the new ones. You might like, if you like the fantasy animes, one also really popular one is Free Ren. There's like running right now, and actually I kind of want to get you to watch Parasite, because it's a finished
Parasite story. Yeah, I have begun to watch this because I was watching a Parasite on Netflix, and I wanted to watch more, so I actually got Crunchyroll and I started to watch Parasite on Crunchyroll, but I'm not done with it. So
yeah, Parasite is one of my all-time favorites. I read it back when it was a manga. And then I was like, will it ever become an anime? And this is kind of interesting, because that one is like, the manga is pretty old. It's pretty old, so it's kind of surprising that it suddenly got a more like recent anime. But the reason is like, there was someone that had the anime rights, I think. that just didn't do anything with it, and then like their rights expired, and that's when I think the recent anime got made, which I'm super happy about because it's a great story and it's finished.
Wow. After I was watching Delicious in Dungeon, I really wanted to watch something similar like this, and then I came over, I think it's a campfire cooking in another world.
Oh, yeah, wait, is that the one where he has the slime? With the, or like the wolf and the slime? Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, and I really like this one too. It's such a weird concept, but...
No, it's cute. It's cute. Okay, now that I know you like those type of animes, I might send you recommendations. But yeah, anime is very fun. Though nowadays there's a lot of different animes out there, and a lot of them are not as good, but there are some stellar ones among the recent things. Yeah. Okay, next question after that was music style, but we already kind of talked about that. So favorite foods and disliked foods.
I think all like the typical stuff like pizza never gets old.
Yeah.
Hamburgers.
Hamburger.
Yeah, and Norwegian food. But I try to eat more like vegetables and stuff like that.
Yeah. Very, very healthy.
And fruits. Dislike food, I think it's fish. Fish and shell food. It's
shellfish,
difficult for me to like. Yeah. But I try to eat more fish. For example, the Norwegian salmon. I think it's good.
Yeah, salmon is pretty good, and trout as well, which is very similar in taste. Yeah, that's good. You have a healthy approach to it, and you also like
try.
Yeah, couple of years ago, like I have like my crippling allergies, which luckily you do not have, but you have like some minor stuff you're allergic to.
Yeah, I cannot eat onions, for example, which makes things really difficult because many dishes and
pre-made
like
sauce
sauces
often
pre-made stuff has a lot of
onion powder,
so I have to make stuff myself.
You do like a really heavy amount of like home cooking, which I think is super impressive. Yeah.
I think I didn't used to be like that until I couldn't have onions anymore, and then
kind of forced.
I just had to learn. I was forced to do it.
Yeah, you know, any motivation to learn new skills. Yeah. And then the final question, or actually the final two questions, are pet related. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we can do the one that's like about my cats first. And I know you have a favorite, but which of your cats, which of my cats are your favorite?
Oh, it is of course Tomo.
Tomo. Yeah. He's my himbo cat.
So you have 4 cats, and you got the 2 cats you got first, the orange.
Yeah, now and then.
Yeah, and then I was actually the one that picked up the second 2 cats.
Yeah. Fuyumi went to, she went to like, she was going to visit the place where I got my second 2 cats. So she picked it up from the lady that sold them and like brought them by airplane like to me. So she transported Tomo and Yuki, who are my youngest 2.
And it was so weird even then when they were young, because you can see the personality immediately. Tomo is he's so like secure, and he's so friendly, but we realized after some time that he's maybe also a bit dumb.
Literally, I think I like sent you a picture. I sent you a picture not that long ago, and you were like, oh my god, he looks so stupid in that. I was like, what do you mean?
But maybe like ignorance is bliss, and then you have a happy life. Because
Yeah, he's just himbo. He's just very himbo. He just does things and he doesn't think about it, and then he has to deal with the consequences.
And Yuki is so scared and so careful, and he's the angsty boy.
Yeah, he has a lot of anxiety. He's actually super smart. Like, along with Jin, one of my oldest cats, like, those two are like my smartest ones when it comes to learning stuff. But he's super shy, except for when it's just me at home and he wants attention, and he comes up and he goes like, because he wants to be on my lap. He's like suddenly not shy when it's just me, but for new people, he has the anxiety.
So it can be a curse to be smart, because then you get anxiety. No.
No. Like Jin is also smart, and he's just like literally like does not care about new people. As long as like it's like when there's been like carpenters here in the apartment to fix stuff, as long as they don't like try and pet him, he's just like chilling and like doesn't even move. If someone tries to pet him, he might be like leaning back and be like, no. Like strangers, of course, but yeah, he's just mega chill.
Another thing about these cats is that they are so big. Even when they were kittens, they were like a normal size cat.
No, they were just tiny babies. They weighed like nothing. Oh my god.
They were not tiny babies.
Yeah. No, they were tiny babies. And also, I think this is one of the reasons you were happy. You said to me in the past you were happy I got into the VTubing, because then I started talking about something that wasn't the cats, because I think there was a period where I was like driving you literally insane during phone calls, like talking about the cats like for 90% of it.
It's like a person with a child, and they are talking about the child 24/7, and the cats are the children.
I mean, that was still like the year I got them. They were like the kitty cats. I still take like an insane amount of pictures though. I just don't spam the family group chat with it anymore.
Yeah, you can send a bit more pictures than you do now, I think.
Okay, it's too little. Okay, I'll send you more.
Yeah. But I think you have 18 kilos of cats. That's more cats than I have dog.
Oh no, I have more. Yeah, I have more, because every one of them is over 6 kilos. So just that is like 24 kilos of cats. But then Tumu is like approaching 7, and Yuki is like 7.7 or something like that. He's like approaching 8. So I probably have like 26 kilos of cats, like maybe a little bit more.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. They're pretty heavy. Like if I have like one cat in one cat carry each, and I carry 2 of them, like they're way
they're
more
huge.
Yeah. But then the final question is, do you have any pets? And yes, you do. You have a dog.
Yes, I have a dog. I have a little stuffy dog, and she was what do you call it? A shelter? No, replace.
Placement?
No, it's like when you get the dog and somebody else had it before.
Oh, yeah, like okay, what do you call it? I mean, you got them from someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got her when she was 3 years old, and she hadn't been properly trained with other dogs, so we have to go to dog classes. Yeah, she didn't like other dogs, and now she's over 10 years old, so she's becoming quite old and tired. But we had many good years together, and hopefully we'll have many more.
Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers. She's big cutie. But I actually have not met her in person, which I'm sad about. But yeah, it's hard to travel, because we do not live in the same city. Like we don't live in the same place. We haven't for like years and years. It's the only thing that I'm like sad about, is that we don't get to see each other in person. But at the same time, I feel like we're pretty good at keeping in touch over the phone.
Yeah, and when I go to Kanna City, I don't bring the dog, because I don't want to bring her on a plane. Yeah. Because then I would have to put her in the cargo, and it would be too stressful for her.
Yeah, it's better to have someone watch her and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I will say like usually when you do stop by like my city, like you will come by a little bit and see the kitty cats and stuff. It's me.
Yeah.
But you're coming
Also-
by in like a month's time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not so long.
Tanoshimi, I'm looking forward to it.
So the turntables. I do have some questions.
Oh, the tables have. Oh, the tables have turned. That's it. Oh, you have questions? Oh no! No. Okay. What are the questions?
Okay, so I think a lot about the camels that are still alive. But should we be concerned about the camels that are not still alive?
What do you mean? All camels are still alive?
No, you said that some camels... Are every camel still alive?
Yeah. Camels are indestructible. You need to worry about that. There's no camel sacrifices for gacha luck, even though camels keep on trying to sacrifice other camels. I always say no, and they think. I mean, okay. I guess the camels that aren't still alive are the only camels that aren't still alive are the backseating and spoiler camels, because they are the only camels that are allowed to be eaten. Otherwise, camels are forbidden from eating other kawagumis.
But what about the song?
Don't worry about that. Don't listen to the lyrics too closely. Yeah. It's silly, and no repercussions for Kamogumi kind.
Okay. So, next question. Do you think that you want to quit your job and do streaming full time?
Oh yes, I've talked about this. Like I talked about it with you and like on stream, and my plan is to maybe do that this year.
Yeah. Actually, I wrote down these questions before, like so many months ago.
Oh God, when you were pre-prepared. But yeah, I'm planning on doing that this year. It's a really scary decision, but at the same time, I think like honestly, like work is like good. Like I like my work, but because of my chronic allergies, like which will like basically like continuously like acts up on and off. That is very like it's way easier to balance that with streaming, because then I just do like a more chill game if I'm having a bad health day. But it's hard with like work and stuff, and also like VTubing is my huge passion, so I want to dedicate like all my energy and time to it.
Yeah. And it would be nice to have the freedom to be able to stream full time.
Yeah, and do like a tiny, like I think like rather than doing like morning streams every day, I'm just going to like make my main time slot like longer, like stream like 5 hours on average instead of 4. But maybe like doing like 1 or 2 like morning streams a week as well. And by morning I mean like lunchtime. I'm not waking up at 8 a.m. to stream at 8 a.m.
It's just so crazy that you've gotten to this point. Like, I think you should be so proud of yourself for everything you made and the work you put in, and making something so nice.
Yeah, I'm really like proud of, especially like building up the Kamogumi community, because you're all so sweetie, and I gotta say like obviously we can't talk about what you do for work, but I will say for Kamogumis that that older sister Fuyumi, she has worked super hard to like get into the profession that she has, and I'm so proud of you. I'm always so like when I think about like all the years of like hard work and dedication that you put down, and like and like the where you are now, I'm so proud. You're really like, and you're so good at it. I feel like sometimes when you talk, I feel like you're like second guessing yourself, but like every time you go into like work mode, you're really skilled, and you're really
thank you.
Yeah, you're really good.
I think
at like talking.
I think like imposter syndrome is typical.
Yeah,
for many types of jobs.
Like, yeah, VTubing as well.
VTubing as well. Oh.
Yeah, the amount of VTubers with imposter syndrome, which like I feel like sometimes when people tell me that like I inspire them to do stuff, I go like, please also do not too many compliments. It's like I just start getting very like flustered, but yeah. But you should be so proud of yourself. You've gotten so far, and I know you go even further in the future.
But yeah, it has been so nice to be able to participate in this video, and also thank you to all Kamogumis. You're the best community.
Yeah. And now you have this this cool design that you can also make this your profile image if you want on the YouTube account that you have as Fuyumi.
I should do that.
Yeah.
And also I need to make a membership. It has been such a long time coming because my membership is in my other account.
Yeah. So you can member, if you want to, if you want the emojis.
I might need some technical support doing this.
I'll help you out, or I'll find someone that can help you out. Don't worry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And also, I gotta say, thank you to all the common gummies that sent in questions. There was maybe a couple of questions that I didn't answer, or that I didn't like include, but I wanted to get like a good variety and also like not occupy Fuyumi's time for like hours and hours on end.
Yeah, thank you so much for sending the questions. And also, I couldn't remember any series or shows, but I can make a list of my favorite one that we can include in what's it called? The caption, description.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
or like if you want to like recommend like some metal bands or stuff like that, you can send me, because it'll probably be a couple of weeks from when we film this until I publish it, because I'll like, we took a couple of breaks in between that I stopped recording from, so I gotta merge everything together into one video stuff.
Maybe you can put it on the screen or something.
Yeah, maybe. I'll figure something out. And then also thank you to SuiMaru, who did the Fuyumi design. Thank you, arigato.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. You look
so
edgy.
cute.
Yeah, cute and edgy.
She did a really good job.
Yeah, you're very yourself. Like, just like I am 100% myself, I feel like you're 100% yourself as well.
If I ever become a streamer, that might be my character.
Yeah. So thank you Fuyumi for joining me.
Yeah, thank you.
I love you.
Thank you for having me. I love you too, Kanna.
I love you. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.